Money FM 89.3. Best of breakfast. Mind your business. Only on Money FM 89.3.
Thanks for joining us on Money FM 89.3. It's Mind Your Business with me, Audrey Seek. You know, when we lose someone or even when we just want to hold on to a special memory, we often reach for the usual things. A photo, a piece of clothing, maybe a keepsake or a piece of jewelry. But what if I told you you could take something as personal as a lock of hair or even your pet's hair and transform it into an actual diamond? Yes, a real lab-grown diamond made from the carbon of the people or pets you love most. Joining us today is Andrew Lim, the founder of Together Diamonds, a fascinating company turning memories into sparkling keepsakes. He's here to tell us how he's built a business that's as much about love and legacy as it is about fine jewelry. So good morning, Andrew. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Great to have you here. So let's start and go right to the heart of this. How did the idea for Together Diamonds come about? It's a very novel idea. Was there a personal moment or story that kind of sparked this whole journey for you?
To be honest, this whole idea came when I'm running my other company. It's called Apart.sg. Apart.sg, we do keepsake jewelry where we infuse like hair, ashes, and fur into jewelry.
Oh, wow.
So almost every other day I'm meeting people who are grieving, whether they've lost a loved one or a pet. I'm meeting people who are in perhaps the worst phase in their lives, right? And what I find very constant amongst all the customers I meet is that they do have some form of regret. Regret not spending enough time with the people or pets they love, or regret not celebrating life enough with them whilst they are still around. So I was wondering, is there something we can do to really celebrate life and not wait till the end and not wait till it's too late to create something really special? During this period of time, there are existing companies that turn ashes into diamonds. They call it cremation diamonds. Customers have been reaching out to me as well because in the market, it's incredibly expensive. It takes a very long time to make. They're asking me, Andrew, can you find a way to provide this? So I was thinking, why don't I put two and two together? What if I could create something that people can do to celebrate life more and at the same time reduce the prices, or rather bring my customers more value when creating diamonds, right?
Yeah.
So I went on this whole train of thought. I was like, whoa, I think this would be very cool. These diamonds, if people who are getting engaged or anniversary gifts, a husband's and a wife's hair coming together to create a diamond representing an everlasting bond. I think that's incredible and no one's doing that, right? Or, a Mother's Day gift, right? Where a mother dons a diamond that is made entirely out of the hairs of each family member. So the family can always be with her. No one has ever done this, right? So it started Together Diamonds, right? We are here to celebrate life.
Wow.
Different milestones. Yeah.
That's beautiful. So you're actually wearing a few of these diamonds today,
Yes,
and they look like beautiful, very regular diamonds. Can you walk us through the process? I know that it may be very technical, but if you're able to tell us, how do you actually turn something like hair or fur into a polished diamond that anybody can wear?
Yeah, it's actually quite simple to explain. Basically, hair and fur contain a very high content of carbon, right? So we first extract carbon from hair and fur. We use that carbon, we plant a diamond seed into that carbon. A diamond seed is an actual diamond, it's a real diamond. It's really, really tiny, so it has little to no value. We plant that diamond seed inside that carbon, we place it into this high pressure, high temperature chamber. Now this chamber, what it does is that it mimics the core of the earth, right? So under this extreme pressure and temperature, the diamond seed begins to grow.
Okay.
You can say it feeds off that carbon, begins to grow into your Together diamond.
And it grows around the carbon that you provided with the hair.
The carbon turns into, it basically, diamonds are made of carbon. Right?
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. So when you first floated this idea to people, what sort of reactions were you getting? How did you know that there was a real emotional need or demand for something like this?
To be honest, I didn't know. What I knew would probably sell is, the standard ones whereby, people want to turn ashes into diamonds. That one I know I'll be able to sell some. But at the same time, I had this strong belief, personally, a lot of the businesses I start come from a personal need, right? Personal want. Personally, I felt like this was something very powerful for, again, anniversary gifts and Mother's Day gifts. Like, who wouldn't want it, right? I did ask my friends about it, and some of them were a bit like, it sounds a bit creepy, but then again, they might not be as sentimental as I am.
or me too. I love the idea of wearing a part of my kids, you know?
Yeah. So I just started it, and just take things as they come and see how it goes. Yeah.
So there's no limit to what you can provide in terms of I could give hair locks of like 10 people, and you're able to make that work.
So currently in the industry, there are 2 or 3 other companies in Singapore. They're not Singaporean companies, but they have a base here in Singapore that offer a similar service. And I can tell you it's quite ridiculous how things are being run, right? For example, let's talk about prices.
Yeah.
Together Diamonds has the most competitive prices. We take a 1 carat diamond as a benchmark. This is longest running company in Singapore. They charge 30,000 for a 1 carat diamond. They take over a year to make it. They do not guarantee the quality of diamonds that they produce, because they do say, well, it's custom made. We won't know until the end, right? And any other shape you want, they charge up to 30% more. There's a lot of frills. You want an IGI cert, they actually do charge more too. For Together Diamonds, our 1 carat, we start at 8,500, which is a big difference compared to 30,000. And instead of 1 year, we take just 3 months to complete the entire order.
Okay.
From growing the diamond to setting it.
Okay.
Right? We are also the only company that guarantees the quality of the diamonds we produce, and this is because of the technology that we have. Right? We promise a D, E, or F colored diamond, excellent cut, and VS clarity, minimally. And last but not least, and I think this is, again, a very personal thing, and I think it's super important when dealing with something so sentimental, is that we are the only ones that videos the entire process of making each diamond for every customer from start to finish. So the customers know that the diamonds they receive has really been made using the hair of
that
our
they
customers.
provided.
Exactly. Otherwise, who's going to know?
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so you mentioned the IGI. I know that you work with the International Gemological Institute to certify your diamonds, especially the larger ones. How do these lab-grown diamonds stack up in terms of quality, clarity, durability, color compared to mined diamonds? I know that they've gotten a lot better over the years, but if you are able to shed some light on this.
I can tell you, because of technology, lab-grown diamonds now are, the quality of diamonds you get are a lot better than the mined diamonds out there. Again, because of the technology, they can kind of assure that it will come out this great or that great that we all want, right? And the chemical make of each, of a mined diamond compared to a lab-grown is exactly the same. You honestly cannot tell at all.
Yeah. So in terms of carat size, I know you gave the example of a 1 carat. How big can you go, really?
Yeah, you can go 4 or 5 carats. I mean, as big as you want, honestly, or rather as big as you can afford.
Okay. So I know that you've worked on some incredibly personal pieces, from a child's first haircut to a late parent's hair to beloved pets, of course. Is there a particular story that has really stayed with you all these years?
I think one of the more meaningful ones would be, again, I think it's a personal thing also, because at a point in time when I was creating this concept of starting Together Diamonds, I had the idea of, a whole family in a diamond, right? But again, no one kind of bought it. Like when I was talking to my friends, be like, I didn't receive much of a response until my first customer order that, this person reached out to me, and it was his husband, actually, this fella. He was like, I want to buy a diamond for my wife. Can I incorporate the hairs of each of my family members? I was like, of course. I mean, this is what we want to do for you. In the end, after the wife received it, of course, she loved it. Now, she is someone that apparently only loves her natural diamonds. And I know a lot of people like that. My own partner is like that. But I think when you have this option, right, of a lab-grown, but a lab-grown with so much more meaning, a diamond that is entirely custom-made just for you, I think that is something totally different, So when you want to compare like natural to lab-grown, ethically, we don't have an issue with our Together Diamonds, and also with lab, when you compare it to lab growns, we have so much more meaning. So that story was something that really, really stuck with me.
Yeah.
When the husband got it for his wife. Yeah.
Okay, so looking ahead, where do you see Together Diamonds going? Do you imagine it evolving more into a luxury brand, a memorial brand, or something entirely new?
Together Diamonds is definitely a luxury brand. It is a very exclusive service, right? It is not a very cheap process to do. It's not a cheap option of diamonds. Everything is really tailor-made. So from down to, what is going to be used to make the diamond, to the shape, to the cut, to the color even, we can do it all, right?
Yeah.
So it is definitely a luxury brand.
All right, so building a business like this isn't just about signs or jewelry. It's clearly deeply emotional. So what were some of the biggest challenges you faced in turning such a personal concept into a working, thriving business?
The biggest challenge I face, and until now, is that people have this misconception that these diamonds are for only end of life.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how the industry has been for the longest time. I'm here creating new waves, trying to tell people, no, you don't have to wait till the end. These can be done for every milestone in life, right? People are slowly getting more open to it and they are appreciating it, so I think it's good. But that is still a challenge,
Okay, so what is your entrepreneurial philosophy then, Andrew? What's been your biggest personal lesson from leading such a unique and emotional venture like Together Diamonds?
I think people know when you're really being there for them or there to make a quick buck, right? And I've learned this through my other business, Apart.sg, where that one is really a very sad business, right? You have to be extra sensitive, in speaking to each customer. People know. And once they can smell that, if you're not very sincere, they shun away.
Okay.
Right? So up until now, I meet all my customers in person. We never push anyone to do anything, right? We are just there to educate, give them the options, and create something that is best for them and for their budget as well.
Yeah.
So I think being very sincere, it's super important. And being able to offer as much value to the customers too. That way the customers feel like they know they can trust you more as well.
Yeah, it's about trust and about being genuine as well. Well, Andrew, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing the remarkable story behind Together Diamonds. This is something that combines science and craftsmanship and love to help people preserve their most meaningful memories. So thank you so much for joining us, Andrew.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was Andrew Lim, the founder of Together Diamonds. Stay with us on The Breakfast Show on Money FM 89.3.
To listen to more great interviews, download our podcasts at audio.sg or download the audio app. That's AWEDIO, audio at the App Store and Google Play.